Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And this reading will find you whenever it is that you need it, so just be aware of that. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. You can also check out my Patreon, which is also Dane Hart Tarot. It is also linked in the description box below. And now let's get to seeing what this tarot is saying, what this reading is saying, because the tarot has been chatty as I've been doing my intro. So here, at the heart of everything is Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy, but also this is the Devil card. All right, then we have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 4 of Cups, angels and spirit guides. Show them clearly. The 8 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and then you have 3 outcomes here. You have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay, very nice. I like that. I like that. It's a little funny because, you know, we're talking about money, we're talking about career, and the outcome is predominantly cups, right? It's predominantly emotion, and you'll be like, I can just hear you being like, are you kidding me? Like, is it not like the money is coming and the career is moving forward and everything's moving in the right direction? It is. But what matters most during this time for you here, Aquarius, is that you feel it. You do, you feel it. You're nurturing it and you're accepting it. And you're seeing yourself move forward in kind of a different way than you expected you would, but in a way that brings forward prosperity and success. At the heart of you is the devil, which seems rude, right? It does seem rude to have the devil come forward. And because it's like nothing ever good comes forward in a book or in a movie when the devil appears. But the devil is not a bad thing. The devil is a sign of chaos, but it is also a sense of, how do I put this? Of becoming accustomed to chaos. It's not that your life is so chaotic. For some, you're saying, oh yes, it is. That your life is so chaotic that you've become numb to chaos around you. It is the sense that you walk into the wilderness, right? Here, this is the horned one. This is the wild one. You know, here, you walk into the unknown and you're able to see the light within the darkness, which is under the rock. It is connecting with the horned one, who is the ruler of the forest, the power of the woods, but is unpredictable. Like, what is the devil in our modern, religion than a conglomeration of all the chaos gods that were devoured by Christianity? So here, when the devil comes forward, it is saying chaos has come forward. The unknown has come forward, which I always think is so interesting that it represents Capricorn energy, which is a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th, because Capricorn energy is all about order and rules, ruled by Saturn, and just like all about these top-down structures. It's all about like, this is the way it should be. And yet what you'll see is when you know a Capricorn who really succeeds, or if you're born on the cusp of Capricorn, one of your life goals, one of your reasons for being on this earthly plane is that you have been able to, you've learned how to walk with chaos and not let it devour you. So at the heart of you is that you have learned to walk with chaos and not let it devour you. It is addictions and doubts and fears and everything that we do to push off the chaos of the world and to find oblivion, to find, order, to find whatever it is that we're looking for, because we could be addicted to over-organizing, right? And here with the horned one, it is that sense of, I walk with chaos. I know chaos will always be there. And I can plan, but I cannot plan for everything. And it moves you then to the 10 of Wands. The challenge is not to take up every burden. Not to take up everybody's hurts and pains and disappointments and say, oh, I'll carry this, I'll carry that. It's not to take up every burden. With the 10 of Wands, the challenge is going to be to take everything that you've collected from others, from yourself, and put it down and say, what can I make here now with what it is that I have? At the root of you is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is being a student of your passion, of your fire. There's a bit of fear here, a bit of apprehension. Because there is so much transformation that's coming. And it's kind of like, when it starts coming, it doesn't stop coming. And you feel that and you fear that at the exact same time. You've come to a completion of a cycle when it comes to your passion, when it comes to your fire, when it comes to your tenacity. But there's something apprehensive here, Aquarius, about fully stepping into the power that it is that you want, the determination that it is that you have, and your focus. Because there's something here where it's like it would be easier just to kind of like numb out than, or like to doom scroll, or just to kind of like check out in one way or another, than to say, okay, this is the mountain that I'm climbing. Because you've been climbing so many mountains and it has been such a hard road that you're like, I don't want any more of this. And what Spirit is saying here, you don't have to climb the mountain, right? You might find that you're walking through, this dense fog and you think, wow, it's just a mountain that keeps on going up and up and up. But once you clear it, once you take off, everything that you're carrying and you say, this is what I want to create, this is what I'm cultivating within myself, okay? All of a sudden you can find that you're already at the top and it was a hill. Like, you've got this. And then you become a student here of your passion, of your fire, of your tenacity, of your insight. But Spirit is giving you information during this time. And you're looking at it in many different ways. You're looking at what it is that you want. You're looking at what it is that you don't want. You're looking at how you want to move forward for yourself. But it's here and saying, this is what I'm passionate about. And there's something, Aquarius, that you are very, very passionate about. You're very good at it, okay? But you're afraid of stepping into it, of stepping into that power of yourself. So being aware of this is very important during this time. Being aware of the passion that you have, the fire that you have, and also the fact that you're very good at learning. You're going to be adding new ideas to what it is that you already know. And there's a fear around that where it's like, am I too old for this? And is this going to take me out of the skill set that I already have? Is this going to, what is this going to do? But here it is a hunger to learn, to look at things differently. It's adding more and more knowledge into you and into what it is that you want. And it also sees you here that in what is now moving away, right? You have tried to fit a round peg in a square hole. You have looked at things and say, it has to be like this. It has to be like this. I have to do it just like this. And it's not working. It's not working. That's why your energy right now is so conducive to learning, because you're like, okay, what works now? What works now? What brings me forward? And you're going to see that Spirit is pulling you in a different direction. Spirit is pulling you in a different direction than you had thought. And you're almost going to be mad at it, because it's like, but this is what I need to focus on. And Spirit's like, no, come over here. See this. Look at this. And as you do, and kind of kicking and screaming, it's like, no, I need it to be this way. All of a sudden you start to see things change. And that's your greatest strength, is that you're able to like assess the change and keep up with the change. You're able to adapt. And it's also that child energy where it's like you have 3 of the 4 child cards, right? 3 of the 4 pages. So there's an adaptability here. There can also be a bit of a naivety. So just be aware of this. You'll tend to take people at their word. You tend to think, oh, well, you said it, then you'll absolutely do it. So if you call that out within yourself, being like, okay, I can be a little bit naive. Let me talk to somebody who's a little bit more cynical, get their idea of it, and see what they think. Like, is it as like, joyous as I think it is, like as prosperous as I think it is? So here, assessing before you react instantaneously is going to be a very good thing. And it moves you to the 8 of Pentacles. It moves you to your hard work, your dedication, your determination, your fire, your insight. And it's being very detail oriented. And usually with the 8 of Pentacles, like Spirit is saying, hey, don't mind about the details so much. But here I see the details as being very important to you. It's looking at the littler things. It's looking at the things that most people overlook. And it's building success through the fact that you see what others step over. Like you see the value in what others step over. And you're learning how to spread your wings. You're learning how to embrace your talents. You're also learning how to be a silent observer on certain things. Like, I don't need to chime in with everything. I don't need to tell everybody what I think. I'm looking at this in a very, kind of like intuitive, practical, but also like I'm soaking in the knowledge. I'm soaking in the other understanding. It brings you then to the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is hard work and dedication and determination, but it's slow and steady movement forward towards success, towards money and what you value as much as money. This is a money and career reading. It's like, I want to be successful. I want to have money in the bank. And it's also saying, I'm not ashamed of saying I want this. Like, this is what I want. And you could have been a little bit like, money is the root of all evil. I shouldn't ask for too much. I should be more giving, more compassionate, more this, more that. Look at the people who have so much money that, like, when people say, like, oh, they have this much money, like, I don't know, my brain doesn't compute it. I'm like, what? Is that real? Did they give everything away for free? Did they not value themselves? It isn't saying that you become, a money-hungry warlord type of thing. It's like, that's not cool. But here, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's saying, I am moving forward in my worth, in my prosperity, in the success that I want to build for my life. And that is my driving focus during this time. And that is your driving focus. So it's kind of like, is it worth my time financially to do this? Is it worth my time to do XYZ? What is it that I'm moving forward in? And is it worth my time? Like, there's something here that's going to come in, Aquarius, that's going to want to side trail you and just take you on this circuitous, like, it might be a great scenic route, but my gosh, does it take you 18 million years longer than you want it to take you? And there's something here about being really focused on what it is that you want from your money and what it is that you want, for money to come into your life. And then it's like, okay, I'm working towards that. Like, that's my goal. That's my focus. That's what I want. That's what I need. And it brings you then to this energy of, like, I'm leaving the liars behind. The person who says, oh, don't worry, you're going to get a raise. Or that job that you took where people are like, oh, well, don't worry. You make this in bonuses. And you're like, oh, I'm not seeing it. Like, what the heck is going on here? And they're like, oh, well, just be patient. Just be patient. You've been patient. Here, it's also letting go of the lies of, I'm not good enough to be wealthy. We just don't have a lot. We're just always going to struggle. Those people get to be rich. I don't. No, you're done with that. You're done with that. And you're also done with the sense of, like, I'm not worth it. You're leaving certain things behind. Certain ideas, certain modalities, certain things, they aren't right for you anymore. You've outgrown it. It's not needed. Let somebody else find it. Maybe they'll like it. Like, maybe it's for them, but it's not for you. And you might find that work-wise, you might find that you're saying no to certain things, that you say no to something and somebody else is so excited for it. But when somebody else gets excited for it, you're like, oh, did I make a mistake? Like, I should have taken that, right? And it's like, no, let them be excited. You know what you need to do, right? You know what you need to move forward in. There's something that you're going to need to say no to, Aquarius, in order to say yes to what you really want. And it moves you then to a celebration. It moves you then to your hopes and your fears. And these are people who really celebrate you, who really love you, who really see you. But there's a fear of the people who pretend to celebrate you, who pretend to see you. Like, again, it comes from the Page of Wands energy, not the Page of Wands, but the Page energy, right? The Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, where there's this sense of success, right? There's this sense of prosperity. There's a sense of, like, I can do anything that I put my mind to. And you can. But you can also be a bit naive. And so are you trusting people to celebrate you who just can't celebrate you, who can't see you, who are jealous? And, like, if you're their friend, you can't be their friend, right? So there's this energy here also of dealing with people who are very childish, who are very manipulative, who you thought you could lean on. But it's kind of like doing a trust fall and the person pulls their hands away. You just fall. And you're done with that. You're also so tired of trusting so many different people that just let you fall, that just let things, fall apart. And you're like, I'm done with that. So it can feel like you're putting everything on your shoulders. And Spirit is saying here, hey, be mindful about that. Be mindful of putting everything on your shoulders. Because it's time to start seeing, like, even if it's just through Spirit, like, how Spirit is guiding you, how Spirit is helping you within your career. Like, you're not all alone. You can feel very alone, Aquarius. And it's time to realize that you're not, that there is also your angels and your spirit guides and a beautiful energy that is around you that's calling towards wealth and prosperity, success and abundance. And it's becoming rather selective in the people that you trust. It's like you can have lots and lots of friends, right? You can know lots and lots of people, and that's great. But it's like you have a very distinct core. And it's like, these are mine. Like, this is my trusted group of people. This is, where my heart lies. And even if that's simply your angels and your spirit guides and people in the spirit world that are rooting for you, that's powerful too. We tend to not think of that. And we tend to say, well, they can't help me carry the groceries in. They can't, pay a bill. So it's not worth anything. But it is worth it to feel seen, to connect. And it moves you to the Queen of Cups. It moves you to healing and to love, to a sense when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, that you're moving forward in what you are passionate about. And you are pushing away the chaos of the world. You're also done with the polarization of everything, right? Everything is either all one way or all another way. And so here, there is a sense of healing, of peace, of weaving things together, of saying, this is what I love, this is what I want, and this is what I need for me. And there's a real sense of putting yourself in a place of priority. The Page of Pentacles is a student of wealth, of growing, of learning how to manage your money, learning how to grow your money, learning what it is you need to do to call in more money. And the Page of Cups is a blessing coming in the most unlikely of ways. And when you see your money coming in, there is a sense, or when you're looking about money here, there is a sense that you're thinking outside of the box. You're looking at things in a new way for yourself. And you are embracing passion that you have, determination, focus. And as you do so, it's like you start to see blessings come in, and there's a healing that comes forward where you're like, oh, I just didn't see that before. Like, oh, that eases the burden. Oh, that's what I needed. Like there's like it's like getting a burn and putting burn cream out on it, right? There's a healing salve that's coming over you during this time. And it's letting you be able to move forward with that same tenacity and respect, that same loving heart that's opening you to the wealth that you want in your life. And it's also saying, like, I don't need to apologize for it. This is where I want to be, and this is what I'm looking for within myself. And this is what I've been looking for a really long time. And it brings you then to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. We have here meditate, which sounds anticlimactic, and it also can sound like it doesn't belong in a money and career reading, but it does. Meditating, focusing on what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for within yourself, is going to be really important, and pushing out the noise of others. It brings you then to your chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. And we have two. We have the heart chakra, because the heart is playing such a huge role, and the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about inspiration. And your heart chakra right now is all about love, being inspired by love. Like that is something here where it's like, this is something that you're really passionate about. It doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that you have to go off the beaten track and do whatever. If you don't want to, don't, right? Okay. And to be an entrepreneur is to be like always working, right? It is to, have successes and failures and intensity. The highs can be great. The lows can be horrific. And so here you're embracing and being inspired by your love. And you are looking at things and saying, okay, I'm going after this. I'm going after this passion. And it could be that you have this new idea at work and you're like, well, I'm going to try it. Like, I'm going to try it. It doesn't have to be doing anything wild and crazy. It's also like, it's letting yourself feed your passion at home, feed what it is that you are passionate about. So when you go to work, you have that utilizing energy that like sustains you. Maybe something that you're not really that into, but pays the bills and puts money on the table, puts food on the table, keeps the light on. That's important. It moves you then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. This is the 9 of Cups. Be mindful of wanting everybody to show up to the table for you, of wanting to feel seen, but also like there's a sense of like, I'll see you, I'll celebrate you. But this person, like, it comes with a caveat. Like, it comes with contingencies. Like, it comes with like, manipulation to it. So be aware of that. And it's also not having a certain wish granted. It's like, oh, and then feeling like, oh, I'm not seen at all. And it's like, if you would have waited 5 more minutes, the wish would have been granted, right? But we don't see it that way because it didn't happen in the exact time frame that we said. So being aware of that here, Aquarius, opening yourself up to guidance and spirit, that's really important here. But also having a time frame. So spirit is saying here, like, be a little bit flexible with that time frame. And it's not feeding into delusion of like, oh, okay, well, everything's just always going to go my way type of thing. But there's this sense of a grounding of yourself and seeing that spirit speaks to you and seeing that you're being answered even when you feel frustrated. Because there's something here where somebody wants to take that power away and make you feel like you're not as much as they are. It moves you then to love. The complete and other theme of this whole entire reading is love. Around money, around success, around prosperity it's all about love. It is all about doing what you love. It is all about moving forward in love. It is all about embracing your love. It is all about being loved. It's all about loving others. And when you do what you love, it doesn't mean that you have to love your job. It just doesn't. Sometimes you can really not like it. But you move forward in this love, in this compassion. Like you find that one beautiful thing that got you inspired when you started. And it's like, okay, that I'm following forward. That I'm moving forward in. And if your job is just toxic and awful, then it is also manifesting what you love coming forward and saying, well, in the new job that I am getting, right, my passion is going to be fed. Like this is going to be important to me. And this is important to me. It moves you then to the subconscious chakra message. Again, it's the heart chakra because all you need is love. I mean, come on, it's just a Beatles song here. And it's embracing play. It's embracing joy. It's letting beauty come in and not having everything be so serious. Our world right now, everything can feel so serious. It's so intense. And everybody's so like rage baity, clickbaity, angry, frustrated, overwhelmed. And they're taking it out. And everybody's taking it out on everybody else. And everybody also, I don't know why, but there's like this epidemic. I feel like it's an epidemic of cruelty that gets clicks, that people are like, oh, okay, that's great. And it's technically not hurting anybody, but it technically is hurting people. So here, it's moving forward in love, and it's raising our energy vibration to counteract the baseness of the world. At times, it's like, what the heck is wrong with you? It moves you then to your subconscious chakra message, which is the Seven of Swords. Subconsciously, there are certain lies that people have told you around how you can be successful and what you will be successful at, that you're going to see yourself dismembering. But it's going to be hard, and you're going to be like, well, why can't I do this? And if you step back and you realize like, oh, this is what, that teacher told me I'd never be successful at, or this is what that lover said to me I was absolutely horrible at, or this is what, my parents said, oh, I was always the pretty one, so I didn't have to be the smart one, type of thing, whatever they did, like whatever happened in the universal day of existence that somehow got internalized. And you're looking at it now and saying, well, that's so stinking stupid, and you're moving forward now towards your success and towards your prosperity. And you're releasing the lies that had weighed you down, like were chains around you. And that's also where, the Capricorn energy comes, where the devil in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck has the people chained to them, right? What are the chains that are weighing you down? What is the anchor, the albatross, whatever that word is, around your neck? Like, what is the anchor that is pulling you down to the bottom of the sea? But also, what is it that you are freeing yourself down from? That if you didn't have, you wouldn't have gone deep, right? And you wouldn't have seen what was down there. It's like, oh, wow, I see this, I get this now. And you rise up and you're like, oh, that's wisdom. It moves you then, okay, to the wisdom. It moves you then to the subconscious, the Empress, creativity, power, connection. But again, the Empress, you have the theme of the color green. During this time, just know color green is lucky for you. Also green money, The Empress here is moving forward, weaving peace, prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance. The Emperor, conquers and creates, and the Queen makes it last, and the Empress makes it last. And so here, you're looking at what it is that you want to create for yourself, how it is that you want to cultivate your success forward. And it's not that I have to sacrifice myself for anything. It is that I'm moving forward, nurturing my talent, my prosperity, my success, and my dreams. And as you do that, Aquarius, you are seeing yourself change the way you're telling your story, and seeing yourself as a really powerful person, because subconsciously you're stepping into that power And it's taking you all this time to see it, to realize it, and to absolutely embrace it without a shadow of a doubt. All right, Aquarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. If you're watching at the time of this reading's release, then happy holidays to you. If not, have a happy day. Bye.